We have two very, very important games. First up, Mumbai take on Lucknow. Match number 45 at the Wankhede Stadium. Talking about Mumbai taking on Lucknow. Mumbai have been on this run. That's how they do it. They lose the first 2-3 games and then they start getting going 4 games, back-to-back wins. So they're getting in with high confidence.
Not every year, as we know, because they're coming out of their worst ever cycle.
Yes.
22, 23, 24. That 3-year cycle was their worst ever. But once they've come back in great style. And we often look at turning points in a tournament. Those 3 runouts in Delhi that allowed them to scrape through Delhi, that great ball that Santner bowled to Karun Nair.
Yes.
And that probably triggered it off. And it was a game they were about to lose. Since then, they won 3 on the trot. The game against Chennai commandingly won. The last game commandingly won. Whereas LSG are stuttering a little bit. They've lost 2 out of their last 3. And they're aware that if they lose 1 more, then they suddenly get stuck on 10. Whereas Mumbai go up to 12. Punjab are up on 11. Look what happens to Lucknow. They'll be 10 from 10, which means they need to win 3 out of 4. Which is not impossible.
Yes.
So they won't be out of anything. Neither of the 2 teams will be out of it. But suddenly you're 10 out of 10, either of those 2 teams, and you're looking, there's already 3 teams above you with a game in hand. Punjab are on 11, 1 point above you with a game in hand. And suddenly you're starting to think, what if? So this is that crucial phase where you need those 2 points. So I think Mumbai-Lucknow, very interesting afternoon game at the Wankhede. Pitches have been good at Wankhede except for 1 or 2. One pitch, I think, against Sunrisers, where it was a sticky pitch and the Sunrisers couldn't get going. So I don't know if it'll be that kind of surface. We don't know. But generally, Wankhede gives you very good pitches.
And what is also very good to watch is Rohit Sharma back in form. Because I feel the first few games where even the games they won, everything was falling in place but Rohit's form. But that last 2 70-plus knocks that he scored, he's just so beautiful to watch when he gets going.
Yeah, I think it's almost like he's cut loose. We were discussing it earlier on in the week and saying it was kind of the last little piece. I mean, you had Bumrah come back and that made a big difference from a bowling perspective. They seemed to have their balance right and they seemed to understand where the team was to go. It was just Rohit Sharma. Could he have a few match-winning performances? And he can. I mean, when he gets going, I also think it's a good thing from a Ryan Rickleton perspective because Rickleton's first real experience at this level, to have a guy who's performing well and form a little bit of a partnership with him, have that experience to take the pressure off him as well. I think that means that he can even go to the next level. So it all looks set now. I mean, Mumbai really do look set from a team who you were like wondering, what's going on there? They're coming off the bad form, haven't really done well over the last few years. A couple of players missing. Everyone's back and everyone's found form. So watch out the rest of the competition.
He was looking to slog in the first 3 or 4 games. That's the impression I got. And now he's not. I mean, I was on air with Michael Clark and he said, look, he's not lost his shape. He's just hitting beautifully and he's batting like Rohit Sharma again. But since you mentioned Rickleton, in every innings he plays 2 shots that you stop and say, wow, because the ball just leaves the bat so beautifully. So he's been a bit like, who's the other? They get these nice 20s, 30s. They're looking very good getting 20s, 30s. He's got 150, I think. But if he gets going too, then suddenly you've got an opening combination that's taking the game away. So Mumbai, the graph is on its way up, whereas the LSG graph is sort of just they're meeting somewhat like this. One team going here, one team like that. But
when you look through their teams, you also say, okay, let's have a look. Oh, Rohit could win man of the match. Surya could win man of the match. Hardik Pandya could win man of the match. Bumrah could win man of the match. There's so many.
Trent Bolt could win man of the match.
Rohit, you've got Santner who could make. There's lots of guys. When you look at LSG, they've got good players.
Marsh, Pooran, Markram.
Yeah, there's good players, but not as many. We just know from experience and history. So that's why they're a dangerous side, and you kind of want them eliminated from the competition if you're the rest of the opposition. Because if you meet them on their day and they have an unbelievable day, like for example, if everyone performs to 100% on the day, and you compare the 2 teams, Mumbai win.
Yes.
If everyone has a blinder of a game. So it obviously doesn't work that way. But with the strength that they've got, if 9 of their players produce, they're going to beat most teams on their day.
Well, we'll have a look at Lucknow squad and see if you all want any changes because Mayank Yadav has been sitting around for some time. Do you want to see him come in tomorrow?
He could be, but I think in a big game like this, I think you want your experience, to be honest, to take on that Mumbai batting lineup. So, yeah, I would like to see David Miller step up a little bit to the plate. I know he went home and came back. But for me, I think he's an important guy because if he gets going as well, he's a finisher. But I don't see them changing much. I think they're pretty settled with that.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the bowling there. Avesh Khan bowled that great last over to win them a game. But other than that, there's Shardul Thakur. I've been very impressed with Prince Yadav, but very inexperienced.
Yes.
On the day, suddenly he's bowling to Surya Kumar Yadav, who can play shots all round. You don't know how he'll react. Ravi Bishnoi has just gone off the boil a little bit. Well, not a little bit, a fair bit gone off the boil. So their two best bowlers are Avesh Khan and Digvesh Rathi.
Yes.
That's not looking great. They need a little bit more in their bowling. But if you look down, there's Akash Deep there, who's never really been a wow T20 bowler. Then you're looking around saying, okay, can I use Manimaran Siddharth, the left arm spinner? Okay, I'll get Mayank Yadav in. If Mayank Yadav comes in, Prince Yadav goes out. Is that such a huge difference? Because we don't know what Mayank Yadav is bringing to the table. So at the moment, their bowling is looking just a little off colour, a little inadequate.
And that's when you put the two teams together.
Yes.
Batting wise, you think to yourself, okay, well, Markham can maybe match this and that Marsh can maybe match this. But then you put the bowlers up and you go, You can try and con your way through it. There's no ways those five are matching those five from Mumbai. And
But
Trent Bolt just got to play the match.
Yes.
yeah.
Deepak Chahar got 2 for 12.
And immensely experienced.
Very experienced.
You've got
Bumrah's back.
Unbelievable.
Bumrah's back.
Santner who's doing
peak of his powers. Santner's bowling well.
So any changes you'll see for MI tomorrow?
No, but Hardik is bowling well. Actually, Hardik's got 12 wickets. So Hardik's
And
bowling
Vignesh
well.
Putur, I've been
Who's been
impressed by him. I think Vignesh.
Yeah.
He's a young guy, and when you go into a big squad and an experienced squad and the names and the legends that you have there, it's a big ask. And the pressure of being a Mumbai Indians player, I think he's held his own. I think he's done really well. You've got contributions you can get from Will Jacks as well.
Namandhir, Will Jacks.
Yeah.
There's off spin if required. So they go in with 6-7 bowling options every time. It's just a question of their top order getting it right, the batting getting it right. We haven't seen a lot of Tilak Verma in the last couple of games. Namandhir is powerful, Hardik Pandya is powerful. So they've got a lot of batting down because even without an impact player, Santner bats at 8, Deepak Chahar at 9. So that's batting, that's deep enough for any game.